Hello, everyone, and welcome to my new six-part series on self love known as Coming Home to Love. This is Natasha Fernandes, and I am a clinical psychologist and psychotherapist by profession, and also a certified empowerment, wellness, and organizational development coach. So, you must be wondering that why am I talking about love in December instead of February nearing Valentine's Day? Because I do not want to only dedicate one day in the entire year when it comes to love. Because love is something that happens to you every day, every single moment. It is such a beautiful phenomenon, which even if I dedicate as many videos, it is lesser to explain, lesser to get to experience it, and lesser to get you to experience love. So let's talk about love. Okay. So even the part of when I was deciding on this time, what is the video series that I want to do with all of you? The first thing, without any doubt, came to me was let's talk about love. And when I say that let's talk about love, I am talking about that love, that beautiful and purest form of love, which is about yourself. When you love yourself, which none of you do, okay? Or maybe one or two of you, but none of you do. It's very vague to talk about self love and not about romantic love, not about loving someone else. But all through the six videos, I am going to try my level best to inspire you to begin loving yourself first. Because, the truth is that if you cannot love yourself, if you cannot give enough love to yourself, you cannot give enough love to anybody in this world, anything in this world, any pet in this world, or whatever you are in love with. You cannot. That is the biggest and greatest lie you will be telling yourself if you tell someone that I love you. Even in your heart, if you're going to say that, hey, I love him, I love her, that is the biggest lie you're telling them and yourself if you have not even begun to love yourself. Because you cannot give what you do not have. You cannot give, extend, make someone experience what you have not experienced completely, wholly, and in the most purest and sincerest form by yourself. Okay. So, this, whatever I'm talking, it may sound philosophical for someone, it may sound too good to be true to someone, but I am calling out to all of those people who have experienced the lowest phases in life and still not stopped loving themselves. So, here in this series, okay, in all throughout the six videos, I am going to talk about a lot about self love, a lot about debunking the myths of what love is, what love isn't, and also about unconditional love. That's another thing which we feel is so cliched, that maybe nothing like that exists. Maybe everything exists about, that if you do this for me, then I will do this for you. Of course, that is what we have made it look like. But there is everything is about love. It comes from gratitude. It comes from compassion. And at this moment, at this point in time, and I believe always the world needs is love. When you love yourself, you love another. That's the basic truth which I want you to register in your head, that it only starts from you. Everything begins from you. So it's like, you can like to imagine the stuff that long ago, when you were created in perfect love. You were created like a beautiful miracle. Like, I believe that we all are beautiful miracles. Okay. I'm not putting any religion here in place. Okay. But every being on this planet is a miracle in itself. So we are created from that purest and most beautiful form, which is known as love and compassion. And over the period of time, when we start growing, when we start interacting with people, we are taught everything otherwise. We are taught everything that is not love, which is fear. We are taught guilt. We are taught resentment. We learn jealousy. We learn that we do not have enough. We learn that someone else has more than that. We learn about hatred. We learn about anger and fear and so many negative emotions. We are full of that. Where is the love? We do not know. But still, there is that little light shining inside your heart. So I am not literally talking about your physical heart, but that center of your heart, that center of your being, which still holds so much of love, enough to cover the entire planet, enough to envelope the entire planet in its beautiful vibrations. So this series, I am going to put a little effort to inspire you to love yourself, to inspire you to, fall in love again with yourself, with that beautiful enchantment. Where have you lost that enchantment? Where have you stopped looking at yourself with that, with that emotion that, wow, look at you, such a beautiful being here on this planet to spread love, to be loved and to experience the purest form of emotion that we have. So, today we are going to debunk a little myths about love. The first myth, which is that love is only about romantic relationships. The answer is no. It is not only about romantic relationships. It is just a part of romantic relationships, but it is not only romantic relationships. Love is everything. Okay, so we are misled by media, we are misled by movies, we are misled by everything that we watch on the television and everything that the society has taught us that it is only about romantic love. And when I talk about body and biochemistry and how love is having an effect on your body and on your mind, okay, the entire emotion, I will also be talking about how if you are only fixated on the romantic form of love, it could also turn out to be an addiction. It could be an obsession, and it's very easy. Okay, so today we are going to break the first myth that love is for everyone, love is about everything. Basically, love is about you, and it is not only about romantic love. It is not only about loving a him or loving a her. You definitely can. Okay, we all love companionship. We all love, being with someone, being with that one special person whom you have made your world. I completely encourage you to do that. But at the same time, as I have been speaking, it has to begin with you and it must begin with you. Else, that special someone is going to run away because you will only give everything else that you have learned, which is the long list that I spoke about of hatred and anger and jealousy and possessiveness and obsession. And that is everything opposite to love. That's not what we're going to learn here. So, do not only focus on romantic relationships. That is one very beautiful and important part of you, but not the entire you. The second part, okay, the bargain that we do with our loved ones, okay, we'll call them loved ones. So the bargain that we do, we have a list. Again, we have a list there. I will love you if, okay, or you love me because. So I will love you if you suit, all the needs and necessities that I have of fulfilling myself because I cannot love myself enough. So I want someone to keep telling me that I love you because you are this, because you are that, because you have a beautiful skin, because you have beautiful eyes, and whatnot. That is not, again, what love is. When we talk about self love, when we talk about unconditional love, when we talk about compassion, it is not rooted into one thing. There is never a because, there is never a if. Okay. So many times we have, in therapy, when we talk about, when we are unveiling the past or when we are digging up old issues, many times I have heard clients telling me that my parent, one of the parent told me that if you love me, you will do this for me. If you love me, you will, maybe study. If you love me, you will take care of your brother. If you love me, you will do this. That is such a bargain that you're setting on that little child. And that's how most of the adults have grown. That if I love this person, I must do something for them. So, what about if you love yourself? What are you doing about it? You're not doing anything about it. Let's do that first. Let's make that as a bargain. And the third myth about love is that love is weak. Love creates weakness. It doesn't. When you love yourself, there is a lot of strength. So, in the other five videos, we are going to explore the aspects of self love. Okay, self love has a lot of aspects. I can list a few to them. One is self awareness, self worth, self esteem, okay, self respect. All of these are originating from self love. So when you say that when you love someone, it doesn't associate, again, okay, one more thing that just came up now, it doesn't associate of you being a good person, proving that you're a nice person, and you cannot have anger, you cannot have, standing up for yourself, you cannot draw boundaries. No, anger in aspect of hatred and destruction is very different. But at the same time, when I talk about self worth as a form of self love, when I talk about self awareness, self respect, self esteem, self confidence, everything, first, your, a prefix is self, everything self, you first. So when you learn to put yourself first, that does not mean you're putting anybody else second. And one very important thing that I have learned with all my experiences is that when you choose for yourself, that does not mean you are choosing against anyone. You're choosing for yourself. That's it. That's about it. And that is the greatest gift that you can give yourself by making choices that work for you. And that does not mean it is against anybody else. Okay. So all of you watching this video and all of you who are going to watch it later or any time later, okay, just remember one thing, that you are worthy of love. You're worthy of all the love, that you can have, which you keep giving so freely to someone else and getting nothing in return, because you are setting a bargain. Okay. So here, the first thing that I want to tell you, and the last thing that I want to tell you on this video, is let's begin this beautiful journey on self love, and allow me to inspire you a little bit by the end of 6 videos, so that you can start saying this to yourself, I love you, every day, and not wait for a Valentine's Day for someone else to come and tell that to you. So let's begin and let's inspire ourselves. Till then, take care. Goodbye.
Help Talks are daily health related talks held at Health Education Library for People, Mumbai, India. For more information, visit www.healthlibrary.com. Subscribe to Help Talks channel. Be better informed about your health.